Okay, I feel a certain misconception that we always use, and we always been taught to use, and it's among those things that everybody says something and you all follow without even questioning. And that phenomenon is called an alpha male. To be the alpha male. Everybody says you should be alpha male, go and rawr, and this is how you make it, and this is how you... I think it's very inaccurate or even not true. The best example you can give for alpha males is let's start with the bottom, with nature. Everybody thinks you have two bucks or two wolves fighting, head to head for the alpha female, and the winner gets it all. But closer observation of nature had shown a wonderful phenomenon that I thought it was hilarious. The one who gets the female pregnant is not the alpha males. The alpha males are those who, let's say again, two bucks, going, banging their heads and fighting themselves to death with the, while they're fighting, believe it or not, here comes the B or the beta male and actually impregnates all the females, including the alpha females. When the two alpha males are fighting, the female actually get pregnant with the B males. So who is really alpha here? If you're talking about, I'm sure you all went to high school or elementary school at least, right? And you had people over there who were like superb, in terms of like athletics. A guy could throw a fastball at you, or the high school, quarterback. Everybody was like, ha. And whatever happens throughout the years, all of a sudden, him being the super, it becomes nothing. Most of the time, it's just another one of those guys who just can sit down and when you have something to talk to, or you're trying to talk to them, all they talk about is what used to happen, what they used to do, what they used to do, what they used to do, what they used to do. If you read books about special ops, selection, training that they do, it's not the guys who were the Olympians. I read one of the books. There was a few Olympians in the Navy SEALs that went to buds and they couldn't make it. Like the first day they were out, or the first week they were out. If you look at Delta Force selection, it's not those like super massive tall guys, ripped muscles, athletic that they can run faster than Usain Bolt or drugs, It's somebody else that makes it. I spoke one time to my rabbi. We were standing in the morning in Shacharit years ago, and he had a friend from Israel coming, and he said to me later on after he left, we were walking home, and he said to me, "So you see this guy? He has 3 yeshivot with hundreds of talmidim in every yeshiva in Israel. It's amazing what he did." He says, and you know what's amazing? He was with me in the same class in the Matifta. He said he wasn't anything spectacular. And then he started going and he said, you know what, come to think about it, all the guys that were like the most brilliant guys that actually ended up nowhere. And coming to think about it, all the guys that were mediocre in the middle, they became more successful than the top guys. All the guys that could memorize every Rashi and the Daf and every Tosfot and they were so smart. And I said, well, that's amazing. And he said to me, many times in life, These are the guys who make it, the B guys. And I said, wow. So what does it mean? Listen, IQ and being smart is important. I mean, if you have an empty vessel, you fried your heads on your brain cells on pot, and oh well. But what's more important than IQ? What more important than physical ability? Like, for example, you have a guy who is very physically able. He's ripped. He has good coordination. Things come to him easily. I mean, what's more important than that, than abilities like that, is motivation. How motivated are you? So the guys that were at the top of the class were not motivated to do anything. The guys who were in the B always had somebody to reach. They had always had a carrot in front of the faces, the tortoise and the hare. They always had a carrot, and they therefore kept on running. Those guys who had the carrot, they were sitting down actually eating the carrot. They were never pursuing it because they had it. I have it. I don't have to work hard. That's why if you, for example, have a kid and your kid gets, 75. Most parents will say, what do you mean 75? Whatever happened to the other 25 points? Well, the whole thing. Well, that's the wrong way to say. You need to say, you ask your kid, did you give it all you got? Did you prepare? And if your kid says, yes, I worked so hard on it. I worked so hard on this. And, I don't know what happened. Oh, forget about test anxiety and so on and so on. I got 75. So that's terrific. Tell them, kol hakavod. Kol hakavod. You gave it all you got 75. That's wonderful. But if your kid is smart and he doesn't study, and then he gets a 95, you should really be upset. Because what you're acquiring is not the grade, it's the attitude behind it, the motivation to go up and to do. And most of the people who were successful in life were not necessarily the top of the classes in terms of creativity or abilities and so on and so forth. The people who eventually became successful are the motivated guys. Those who had an ambition. Those who had the discipline. If you had an ambition, it's already 50% of your, actually no, I would not say. I would say it's 40% of success. Okay? 50% will be motivation, or maybe 55% will be, discipline. So you have 40 motivation, you have to be motivated to do something. And then 55% is your discipline to actually push through. And 5% is your talent. 5% is talent. So when mommy praises you, oh, you're so smart, you're so this, that's a horrible thing to say. When mommy sees you actually sitting down and putting some hard work, mommy should praise you, or should have praised you, on the effort that you put in, not on what comes out of it. What comes out of it is irrelevant. So the whole concept of A or alpha male versus B male, right? Those who are the Navy SEALs, those who are the Delta Force operators, those who are in Marine Recon and all the other units, they become top tier only because they had motivation and not necessarily they were alpha males, those super aggressive people. They're ones with the motivation because that's what will push you through, that would get you forward. So forget about your talent, it's about your motivation. The Gemara says, Lefum tzara agra. According to the hardship, that's the reward. So if things comes for you easy, that's not good. You should put discipline. Needless to say, but what the Ari says, and what comes difficult for you, that's exactly what you came into this world to fix. What is easy is not a problem. So what is hard for you, that's your actual tikkun. You understand? And I think there was even a Ringo Starr that says, "He don't come easy." Whatever things don't come easy, but that's where you make your hits. Work hard. So if you find yourself in a state of apathy, that you're not motivated, that should scare the heck out of you. Much more than you are not as talented as your friend. So you gotta be motivated. You're never going to reach a point that you're going to say, all right, I'll just do this and I'll retire, kick my feet and I'll retire. That's terrible. You gotta be motivated to do something. And then you have to have the discipline to pursue it. Then we're gonna talk about success. It was a wonderful, wonderful day.